Hello, clever people!
And welcome to our review of Bridges of Spies. So, Connor, what is this movie about?
Okay, Bridges of Spies is about a lawyer in the Cold War, and he has to take care of a Soviet spy. And everyone hates him for doing his job. And then he gets moved on to a different person. What do you think was good about this movie?
Good things, because I usually say the three main scopes of acting are writing, directing, the three main scopes of a movie are acting, directing, and writing. They were all nailed in this movie. You go in expecting that in a Spielberg movie. You expect amazing acting, directing, and writing. All three were quadrants that they hit so well. The writing is some of the best of the year. Directing, some of the best of the year. Acting, I want to say some of the best of the year, but Tom Hanks gave an amazing performance.
Yes.
Some of the other people weren't amazing. But
Tom Hanks' son was... I thought Tom Hanks and Tom Hanks' son... No. Tom Hanks' son in the movie. The character of Tom Hanks.
Oh.
His son.
Yeah.
Mr. Donovan's son
Yeah.
was also really good,
Yeah.
at portraying the person, why are you defending this person? He's a horrible man. He should be put to death.
Yeah, I found it horrible that in schools they were showing kids how to survive a nuclear bomb.
Yes.
That's just are you serious? That's horrible. But just by simply showing it, and then, cutting from the Pledge of Allegiance, just simply showing it, and then just going over the kids' faces, showing pure terror.
Yeah, and
really
they're crying.
Yeah, I also liked how, the average director would have forced subtitles on the movie. It would have forced there to be subtitles when there was conversations, yet there were no subtitles. You knew what they were talking about. It was just smart enough dialogue.
Yes. There were some scenes that I think, blew my mind. The home invasion scene where they're shooting guns in the houses, that was amazing. That brilliantly acted.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a plane action scene because I can't say anything as well. But there's a plane action scene. Amazing special effects.
That looked good.
I thought it was real. And, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Oh, and the standing man scene.
Standing man? Yeah.
Standing man. That is probably my favorite scene the entire year.
Wow. That was a great scene. Yeah, that was really well acted out. It was, and then they brought it up later in the movie.
And the directing was brilliant, and the set, it made it look like it was actually 1957, which it was. It was supposed to be portrayed as 1957, and they made a brilliant job at making it look like it was 1957.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, and just Tom Hanks. Sometimes I wondered if another actor played this, would I care as much? Just because you can't really see I can't even say Daniel Day-Lewis in this role. Tom Hanks just shined. He was a star. He was amazing in this role. I thought that it's one of the best roles he's done since Forrest Gump. It was an amazing role. It was really powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Their fourth collaboration together.
And they should do more. They should do a lot more.
They should definitely do more.
This should be their 15th collaboration, because I haven't seen...
This movie was brilliant.
Yeah, I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan, obviously Hard R. And then the other comedy that he did, I think it was The Terminal.
No,
was the other
The
comedy.
Terminal wasn't a comedy.
Oh, okay. Well,
No,
then there's
it's not
The
a
Terminal
comedy.
and the comedy. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those three, I don't think. I'm pretty sure. I may have seen 15 minutes of The Terminal, although I'm not sure. But yeah, it was just, they should be doing more collaborations, because as this movie is an example, it was great. I thought the name was kind of weird until the end when you realize that the name makes sense. Yeah. What were some things you didn't like about the movie?
I can literally find one thing that I didn't like about the movie.
One thing?
And that was, it's not good for kids. And okay, I find this movie that if you're gonna see it and your mental age is much more mature than a 10-year-old per se, or more like a 6-year-old, then you won't enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
But I find that I think this is the best movie of the year. I have found there are more entertaining movies, The Martian, Inside Out, that were also really good. But this movie was visually this movie makes you think.
Yeah.
And you have to understand what they're going through, and you have to have yeah, it's not entertaining.
No.
Well, it's entertaining, but it's not like action, funny.
Yeah.
Funny. No, it's drama and very, very well done.
Yeah, it's it doesn't have much rewatchability factor. I mean,
I find that I could buy that. I'm going to buy this movie when it comes out.
I don't find that I need to see it 100 times. I mean, the ones that I see, I'll probably see it a few more times in my life when I'm doing a Steven Spielberg marathon. But other than that, I don't picture myself watching it a lot. My main issue, and I don't know why this stuck out like a sore thumb to me, but it was that there was very minimal score. When the score was there, it was amazing, but there were some scenes that I'm like, okay, this is missing something.
What do you mean?
Really missing just scenes where they're talking. Obviously, Spielberg wanted to put a lot of focus on their conversations, but just since there was nothing in the background except snow noises, it lost a lot to me. I mean, I don't know why it was such a big deal to me, but it lost a lot because there's no score behind it. That's always been something big in Spielberg films. Jurassic Park, E.T., Jaws. All amazingly well done scores, you know, and even when he hasn't worked with John Williams, which he only did on The Color Purple, I believe, you know, even their amazing score. And this one, I don't understand why, you know, they didn't put the score more focused on it. The score wasn't really there. I mean, I don't know if John Williams composed it or not. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but it's just, I don't know why there wasn't more emphasis on the score. Maybe it's just because the score is a big deal to me, and that puts a lot of big emphasis. I don't know, but just thought it was really missing a score.
I don't find that changed the movie at all.
For some reason it did to me. I just don't know why.
Because, for one, you're supposed to listen to them talk. You're not supposed to listen to music in the background. You're supposed to listen to them talk. They're talking.
Yeah,
You're supposed to pay attention.
Well,
as your teacher says.
It's just, with the music in the background just really puts a big emphasis on the emotion to me. I mean, even in a quiet conversation, I would like to have a little bit of music in the background. The only time that I don't really like it is if, you know, someone maybe just got knocked really hard. I like it when they put like a little ringing there, but usually, I don't know why, I just really like for there to be a score. I don't know, maybe, obviously he did want to make a bigger focus on the conversations, but sometimes I couldn't put 100% focus on the conversations for some reason because there wasn't a score. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but
just please do see this movie. This is by far the best movie that's out. He's gonna say it's The Martian, but
I say it's The Martian right now. It's the best movie out.
It's better than The Martian.
It's not.
It really is.
Well,
if you're going on a date, see The Martian. But otherwise, if you're looking for if you're looking for a movie that you really want to think about and think you just want to see a drama, see this.
Yeah,
you do not want to see Crimson Peak or crap like that.
Yeah, it stuck with me. I still remember it very vividly. It's still there. It's just, I don't know why there's such a big emphasis on the score to me. I just thought it was missing in some scenes. What would your score? Get it? No, okay. Well, what would you say is your score for the movie?
10. I can't find anything bad about the movie.
I'd give it an 8. So far my scores have been lower than yours. Interesting. But I think that with a score, in certain scenes, this movie could have been much more powerful. I liked how they didn't force, subtitles on you. It was just pure conversations in the other language. Sometimes I don't know why they changed to English in the middle of a conversation. Maybe it's because, there was obviously very brief English, but I don't know. The score, I don't know why, is just such a big emphasis on me, but I definitely think you should see this movie. See The Martian first.
No,
which has already
see this
been out.
before The Martian. The Martian's better. This is better.
I think The Martian's better, but whatever. So the two
Martian's
movies...
good, but it's not as good as this.
The two movies we're comparing it to are Forrest Gump and Jurassic Park. So what are your thoughts on Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump, I thought is brilliant.
Yeah.
I think, Tom Hanks, he brilliantly portrayed someone with special needs.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. Just everything he done. It's a great movie. Forrest Gump gives his performance of a lifetime. I see
why he won the Oscar. Because without his role, I don't see the movie being as good. He was just such a standout. His everything down to his accents, to his choices of face maneuvers. I don't know. It was everything. And I like how it's just about a guy that does things. He doesn't focus on money. He doesn't focus on politics. It's not about war. It's not about getting married. It's not about having a job. It's not about this or this or this or this. He just does what he wants to do.
And what he thinks would be best.
Yeah, and as you see, he meets so many famous people throughout the movie. He goes on a ping pong competition. He does this. He does that. He goes to Vietnam War. And, I mean, there's a lot of key main characters that die in the movie. I'm not going to spoil who, but a lot of them were impactful, but especially the one at the end, I had tears in my eyes. It was a very, very powerful scene, just him talking to the grave. It was, and I love how he just randomly ran, and he ran from coast to coast to coast to coast to coast over and over again.
Yeah, the only problem I really had with this movie was I forgot what I was going to say. What do you think about this movie?
This movie, I can't really see anything. It's all just really well done. I mean, he's not stupid. He knows things. He obviously knows things. I wish the braces were a little weird, and how the only thing that I found weird about the braces, I understand why she put them on, but how easily they broke when he was running originally. I found out that was kind of weird. But besides that, I mean, it has great directing. I also like how this movie never really had, something. It never really had a main storyline. It was just him going from event to event to event. It wasn't like there's one big event. It was multiple events and tucked into one movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I really the only problem I really had about this movie was I didn't like how the entire movie is him saying, "Sure, I'll do this." He does it. He becomes successful. That's not life.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That did get a little annoying. That he was just
like, okay,
he was good at everything.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
I understood the yes. I understood the yes because that's the kind of lifestyle he lived. He just lived a lifestyle of yep. Everything was yep. I just found it kind of weird that he was always good at everything. So, what about Jurassic Park? What do you think of Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park, I do find one of Steven Spielberg's best.
It's in my top 10 movies of all time. It is.
Yes. It's not my favorite Steven Spielberg movie is E.T., but
Same here.
I really liked Jurassic Park because, man, I haven't watched it in so long.
It's been a while.
And Jurassic World has conquered my brain.
Boy.
I can't think of Jurassic Park.
You can't?
Jurassic Park.
Did you?
Oh, I got it now. Jurassic Park. Yes, I really liked this movie, especially how it should have ended.
How it should have ended was
That
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah. It's masterful. The showing of the dinosaurs, how
The special effects.
Yeah, it's
one of the best.
fascinating special effects. You think, okay, this is special effects from probably today. I mean, the special effects in Jurassic World were probably on par with it. I mean, it was great special effects. The directing, fantastic. The acting, they made characters that at the start you're like, oh, these look like normal characters. There's nothing fascinating about them. Like, for example, E.T., there's the character, he's really bright, the young kid who's, they all have these characteristics and they just look like normal schmoes. Yet you realize throughout the movie how much they really changed everything, how big of prominent characters that they were. There was lots and lots of characters. Even the child actors were amazing. Usually child actors in movies aren't the best.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, Avatar. I mean, there's so many examples of horrible kid actors, and these were done really well. The uptight sister, the overfreeing boy. It was great. Yeah. So, what would you give your score for Forrest Gump and then Jurassic Park?
Forrest Gump, I'll give a 9.7.
9.7 for Forrest Gump and Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, I will give an 8.
An 8? Okay, so I'm giving Forrest Gump a 9. I'm giving Jurassic Park a 9.85.
Wow, for once.
It's
yours is higher than mine.
It's just it's my 10th favorite movie of all time. You sit me in front of it, and I mean, The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 were kind of disappointments, especially Jurassic Park 3. I turned that movie off, but I can watch it 1,000 times and find new things. I loved that movie. Well, all right, I guess that concludes our movie tournament. So I'm Robert Burke.
And I'm Connor Gilbert.
And thank you for watching our review. Bye-bye.
Bye.